Yo, welcome back to another episode of Virtual Huddle. We got the Summer League reaction, overreaction, whatever you want to call it. How y'all doing, man? We got some stuff to talk about.
I'm doing straight. Our rookie doing solid in the summer league right now. Shout out Cam Carr, man. Shout out Cam Carr.
Yeah, he has been cooking. I give him that. A lot of people been cooking, man. This
Yeah.
draft class it look like he's about to live up to all the hype, man. Look like we got 4 future All-Stars looking like at least.
At least.
I mean, if we talk one-time All-Star, we might have
Might be 10 to
quite a
15.
few. If they get into some winning situations, it can be quite a few in this class. Well, I mean, obviously, before we get into that, I just want to say, this is some in-person, live, in the flesh reaction. I was at the Summer League. I just got back today. So I got to put eyes on this in person, see everything, and made some, interesting conclusions, came to some interesting conclusions, but we'll get into
How
that later.
was it, bro? What it was talking about out there?
Bro, it was cool. Vegas is super hot, super big, and like it's easy to spend money out there. I say if I'm somebody that's out there that's making boatloads of money that don't care about what I'm buying, I see why you go out there and spend money, like gambling, shopping, whatever. Everything just look like
You
come
said
get
gambling.
me.
You
It's
gamble?
crazy.
By that spear, bro?
Nah, I didn't, bro. I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah.
You could have hopped on
I
a
couldn't.
blackjack table.
I wanted to. That's the only thing I wanted to play, but I was like, bro, it was weird. Like it was, I don't know. You said
Yeah,
okay?
don't they got like $20 tables or some shit like that?
No, they had $5.
Yeah, you could have.
I could have played that. It wasn't even the $5. It was. I just was like,
Yeah, you might get killed in there, bro.
the Bob was kind of. I wasn't rocking with the Bob.
Nah, I feel that.
But nah, and then it was cool though. I see a lot of people. I mean, I got footage on my phone. It's so many players. Old player like Danny Green, Smush Parker. Saw Jim Boeheim. His son was playing, of course, whatever. There's a lot of old players, college coaches. I mean, the boys and girls EYBL was in Vegas this weekend. So a lot of people, just basketball in general. The one-on-one tournament with Balls Life, that was in Vegas too. So it's just a whole bunch of basketball in the city.
Yeah,
It was just cool to be a part of.
Yeah,
McGregor.
Right.
Yeah, you got demolished,
Hey,
bro.
I told Kay, I was like, I wouldn't say it's close, but I was considering putting the McGregor fight on the 0-interest card, and
Bro, that would have been, bro.
I would have been, bro. I'd have been livid. But enough of that. I will have to say I will go back to Vegas outside of Summer League. I didn't really get to do too much in the city because Summer League was an all day thing, and that sun is no joke. But speaking of no joke, AJ Dybantsa, number 1 pick. Hey, he's looking like he gonna be worth the hype.
Yeah.
That jump shot is still questionable, which I think we expected. But there's one thing that isn't questionable, and that's his ability to get to the paint. He lives in the paint. Some people are calling him a shade Dybantsa with his his foul drawing ability. He might already be number 2 in the league when it comes to foul baiting, as they say.
Foul drawing.
Yeah, but no, because that's why I put it in quotes, Mark. Because me how I feel about it. Hey, if you could guard me, you wouldn't foul me. So that's how I feel about Shea. So I have to pass it down to AJ. If you gonna, because when I'm seeing these in person, it's people trying to. First of all, the game was super physical. Like everything's a push too high. You seeing it up close is crazy.
Yeah,
it's like they almost out there.
Yeah, they're trying to get a contract, man.
Yeah, you can tell it's blood out there. Like, but I mean, it was crazy, bro. Like AJ was just able to get to the paint, get to the bucket, get to the free throw line, score at will almost. Even though he wasn't hitting his jump shots, even his shots in the paint in the 2 games I saw him play, he get into that half spin and even shots that are a little bit outside the paint on the sides of the court where it's still in paint distance, I guess you could say. He's able to create those shots pretty easily. And obviously the competition is going to get better, but his teammates are also going to get better. I mean, right now, as it stands, he's going out there with Trae Young and AD. I don't know who else is going to start, but those are some pretty good running mates where you can't focus on him entirely. So also he's a great passer. I saw that I wouldn't say great, but he's a willing passer. He makes the right plays. He'll kick out of a double team, which he saw a lot of. I didn't like that. Also, a lot of these rookies we talked about were getting double teamed, and I mean, I guess that's how it's supposed to be. The attention is on the best players in the game, but double teaming to me in the summer league was kind of like. But
yeah,
y'all go ahead, man. I'm just happy that AJ,
go ahead and pile on, Mark.
Yeah,
looking like number 1 pick he is, man.
I'm not going to say too much about AJ. He was. I would say if I had to rate it, I'd give it like a B+ for what he did. I wouldn't go too much of a A because I think the jump shot is a little bit of a worry, simply because you are going to be playing with Trae Young. And, well, I think it wouldn't be that big of a worry if he was the primary guy. But you playing alongside Trae and AD, you're going to have to be able to space the floor or at least get some type of jumper. But him getting to the paint, that's like, it's easy. Like, drawing fouls, that's easy for him. It looks like he's a decent free throw shooter too, so he's probably going to be shooting 80% from the line. And this is the only thing I will say towards K's hate towards AJ.
Wait, I haven't spoken yet.
But we know who you are, okay? AJ is a good defender. Like, we don't have to like play this game of slow feet, all of that. When AJ's engaged, he's a good defender. So I think this is like the perfect situation for Washington. They got one of them ones, but I don't know how well he'll fit alongside Trae and AD. But AJ was great. I give like a B+.
So since Mark, I guess he thought he knew what I was gonna say, but
my fault.
I mean, I will say I was impressed with Dybantsa. Like I always say, like he has a lot of moves. Like he has, a bag, as the kids say, but the bag, has been ending a lot of bricks. And I mean, you can fix that, right? You can hit shots. So, and I think, some of the shots he was missing, they're makeable shots for him. But I'm not the biggest fan of his shot diet, but he's a heavy, he wants to shoot the contested fadeaway mid range, but
hey, it looked good.
But when he does,
it looks good.
That's what I'm saying. Like his moves, bro. I always say, even though I get deemed the AJ hater, his moves do look good. Like that's one thing I gotta give him. Like he does have a deep bag of tricks. But of course, my biggest concern, what's always been my concern, he's a complete brick from three. I think he's 1 of 11 from three so far. And the shot, I mean, it just look a little wonky to me. Like he doesn't shoot with confidence. I know I seen him get 1 3-pointer blocked in the first game, but it's like, and he's a guy, Trae Young is going to have the ball in his hand 90% of the time. So not Peterson. AJ will have to have some type of catch and shoot game. He's going to have to hit a shot off a pin down. And man, all I'm going to say is just duck your head when he rises from three. But everything else outside of the 3-point shot, man, he's looking pretty good, and you can improve the 3-point shot. He doesn't have to become, he doesn't have to be a, Trey Johnson level shooter. If he can, become a respectable 3-point shooter, I think the sky's the limit for him, man. I think he could be an all-star in the league, kind of like a Tatum, what I'm saying? Like a Tatum-esque type of player. If I had the greatest summer league, man, I'll probably give him a B-. I'll go B- because, he's been putting up a lot of bricks. I haven't even mentioned the flopping. I watched the first game, man. The game was on 2 minutes. It's just, it's so annoying to watch, but he is great at drawing that whistle. And I mean, that's a positive, right? Like he a young player, already know how to work the officials. So man, if I give him a B-, man, I think, he had a pretty good summer league. So I give him a nice B-, man.
When we giving out grades, I give him that 3-point shooting so glaring though. Like
it's the mechanics with it. He takes a long time to load up. It's flat.
1 of 11 is like 9%.
It looked like it has a chance to go in though. I will say that. It's not like it's a complete brick. I give him, big time matchups.
Are we serious?
Justin's scared to say it, bro. He want to give him a solid C+. He don't want to say it.
I give him like
don't throw the B+ out there, man. He might be crazy.
I give him
a solid B.
Like a solid B. A B+, like an 89.
Wow. Yeah, I would say a B+ because the things that he did show was like, wow, this is like a all NBA type guy.
And even with his inability to shoot the basketball, if you want to call it that, he still was able to get to the rim whenever he wanted to. So
that is true.
I think that ability is still, you can't stop that. Like it just look like you can't do anything about it. But moving on to the next player, got word that he wasn't gonna play tonight. I was looking forward to watching him.
Hey, you heard that, K? Hey, he's hating again, bro.
Wait, what did he say?
Bro, he was saying
laughed at his own joke, so whatever he said is disqualified.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro.
My fault. My fault.
D said rehearsed line, bro. What did he say?
No, he's
No,
talking
I just
about
said
Peterson
I
not
said a
playing,
guy.
bro.
I was talking about a guy that I was looking forward to watching playing when I got back to the crib tonight, but he's not playing. Darryn Peterson. He had he had a great showing in the summer league. He had a great showing in the summer league so far. Definitely out there with a. You know what? I will say for the first game, lackluster team, like, if you want to call it that. Second game, he had Ace Bailey out there, which I don't know where Ace was in game one. But besides the point, Darryn Peterson definitely showed flashes. I think there is a point where
he got to stop turning the ball over. God damn, he dribbled off his foot.
All right.
You say you showed
I don't know.
flash.
He showed flashes of being, a great player, explosive highlight reel. He had a couple dunks, step backs, came off the screen, handled the screen well, snaked the screen. I just don't really know how well he'll do in like situations where he's getting guarded by, he's getting treated by the best player on the team, and his teammates aren't able to relieve him of that pressure. He's seeing somebody like, top defenders, elite defenders, of course, but I think that'll give him some trouble because I don't really trust his ability to pass. Like, okay, AJ will see the double coming, not to compare them like that, but AJ will see the double coming and he'll pass it before the double gets there. Darryn will kind of wait until the double gets there to pass the ball. Maybe that's the more of trying to score the ball in him, but I think if he were to get off of it a little bit quicker, it would open a lot more up for him and his teammates. And I think he needs good teammates around him to be effective, just because he's not like he's athletic, but he's not physically, well, yeah, he's not a point guard. He's not like physically daunting enough to just do whatever he wants to regardless. So, whether that's size or height, either one, he's not really super big. But his skill set is great. He looked good. His shot is, movie-esque. I mean, it's a pretty shot. Looks good. Hits the net. I mean, warm-ups, it was hitting the net, splash, great shot. But I got to see more of him in the regular season. Obviously, summer league is a obviously the games matter, but you don't get paid. You don't make the big bucks. You don't get the accolades. You don't get to Hall of Fame off summer league. So I think his journey will start once the ball tips off in November, October, whenever that is. I forgot. I don't know when it is this year, but they have a chance to have a good team in Utah if he's able to. If they're able to have a point, if they're able to find somebody to play the point guard, I don't know if they go Keontae George over him at the one. Is that what they're gonna do?
Yeah, I think they'll just start both of them in the backcourt.
Yeah.
If I had to rate, I'd probably give DP B+ or A- too. Like, most of these people are gonna get like high grades for me because they were good.
Wait. B+ or A-? That's a huge difference right there, bro. Which one is it?
So you saying he played better than AJ?
Indubitably, bro.
Yeah, those first couple of showings, yeah. Not in the specific game that they played, but
I'm talking about. Well, I'm speaking mostly Vegas.
If we're talking about Vegas, then I'll probably give him like a B-, C+, honestly. If we're strictly going off Vegas.
Okay.
But everything I've seen so far is probably like a B+.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel like DP at this stage of his career, he's not a point guard.
Yeah, absolutely not.
That's something that he's probably not going to be able to do for a while, which is fine. Like, he's 19, 20 coming into the league. Like, you don't have to do that. Some of the positives, I would say, the shooting is just he's a sniper.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a sniper. The only thing I'm really scared of from him is his inability to like really get to the paint and like finish like strong with a layup. It's more like floaters, jumpers in the mid-range area. It's not really, I'm really like attacking the basket most of the time. And I'm scared that he might end up being one of like a Jalen Green or Zach LaVine variant instead of Donovan Mitchell or D-Book. I'm scared that may happen for him, but still a great pair at the end of the day.
I mean, what if he's?
You just called him Jalen Green, bro?
I'm saying in that mode of shooting guard, like score first, not really good passers, like.
So I mean, what about his player comp? You think he has a Bradley Beal type?
I think he can be a better version of Bradley Beal, especially in his Utah system, if everything works out.
As in,
like, probably just more efficient and more portable. Bradley Beal is, especially like the peak Bradley Beal that we're talking about, the 30 points a game, he really needed the ball in his hands. He wasn't the best off the ball at that point. So I think in a better offensive system, DP is going to be good. I don't think there's going to be no worries. And also defensively, y'all was telling me this, he's like great defensively. I don't think he's amazing defensively. I don't think he'll get burnt, but I don't see this defender that y'all was making him out to be. I think he just had a really solid summer league, but the shooting is that's the scary part. If he get that down, bro, if he becomes consistent with that. Yeah, let me reword. If he gets that down, it's like if he gets it consistent, it's over with, bro. That jumper's nasty. 30 a game.
Yeah, K. Before you go, K, I'm gonna throw my grade in there. At least my summer league grade. I mean, my Vegas grade. I'm gonna take that to probably a B minus.
Yeah, Vegas. Y'all better than me. If I was judging just off Vegas, shit, he might have dropped he might have withdrawn from the class. But I was gonna put it all in totality. Like if I put it all in totality, I'll give him a solid B plus. If you total all the games together.
Yeah.
And the reason I go B plus is because I seen what I wanted to see. You know, it's kind of like he's as advertised. I mean, you know, but the only thing that really surprised me is, god damn, he keep turning the ball over. He probably had like 20 turnovers in like these two Vegas games. I'm like, bro, can you hold the goddamn ball? I don't know. He's not a point guard. I don't care what he said. I know he said, I'm a point guard. Nah, you're not a point guard on my team. He gonna stick our ball. He gonna run across these screens. And he gonna hit those threes. I think Bill Self was ahead of the curve. A lot of people were wondering, you know, why Peterson doesn't handle the ball. Why Peterson doesn't handle the ball more. And well, we see why now. His handle, you know, he got to tighten that handle up. That's gonna be the big thing for him. He gonna have to tighten that handle up, or he gonna, you know, be a shooting guard in the league. If you wanna put the combo and combo guard, you have to be able to dribble. I was like, god damn. It's like I turned the game off. Which game was that? I think it was the AJ game. I turned that game off, bro. Like he just couldn't hold the ball. You know, he ruined my night.
He has more of a.
I'm not finna watch that, bro.
He has more of a scorer's handle.
Yeah, like
he can get to his spots, but he's not
couple
really
dribbles. Yeah, like
he's not somebody you finna sit out there and be like, yeah, go dribble the ball, go create for everybody else. Like, yeah.
So yeah, man. If I put everything together, I give him a solid B plus. But if you want to go just off the Vegas Summer League, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you'll probably get a solid D from me, bro. Because those turnovers is probably the reason why y'all lost. The defense was cruised. He was fouling a lot. He had like 9 fouls in one game. So it's like, man, you know.
Wait, I forgot that.
What?
That was a whole point I wanted to make.
What?
The fouls, yeah.
Yeah,
I was about
bro,
to say,
like 9
he
fouls.
wouldn't even been able to, like, if we go a real game, which I know it's not, but he wouldn't have been able to accumulate the stats he did get, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but at the same time, the dude who was guarding him, he was playing football, so I guess he was trying to, you know, return the football favor. I guess the Wizards turned on a bunch of Spurs versus OKC film, bro. They came out there like Stephon Castle. They were just hounding them, and the officials let them play, but what I seen from Peterson, I did not like what I seen from Peterson. And yeah, y'all said it. It's going to be him and George in the backcourt. I mean, hopefully George more of a point guard than Peterson? Because Peterson
he's more of a point guard than Peterson, but he's more of a scorer though.
Well, they're probably not even saying much.
Yeah, they both trying to score.
I think Collier may be a better fit for Peterson, but we'll just see how that.
You better hope he get a lot of minutes.
They're going to have to move some pieces out there. But I'll say this: actually, K, I'm gonna move my grade down to C plus. Like, he can't be in that B range with
from Vegas. Yeah, I think I agree with y'all. He can't. He probably can't be in the B range. But those first couple of games, he was borderline. Almost A+.
That's what I'm saying.
Real, so.
He showed everything I wanted to see, bro.
He looked good.
So yeah, hey.
Speaking of look good, maybe better than advertised, K. Athletically, I'll say. Moving on to Cam Boozer. You know, he's a big guy. I think that's why he gets some of the lack of the athleticism questions, because he looks so big and burly. He seemed to be moving pretty good and made plays, played some three. You know, that was a question where he was going to be able to play 3-4. And I mean, he's not a ball handler, but you know, he dribbled some, created some, put the ball on the floor a little bit, some post stuff, you know, like here and there. Definitely needs to put it together more, just to be able, because, you know, today's NBA, even the bigs, you kind of need some self creation on the perimeter, even if it's something as simple as, you know, dribble handoff, fake to drive the rim. He just, obviously, that was his first couple of games. He needs to polish it, and he'll have time to do that. But I think he showed that his athleticism is not to be, worried about. He seemed like he can fit out there. Even guarded Caleb Wilson full court, picked his pocket, dunked it. Like, he was making plays and we know he's a smart player. We know he's gonna, be in the right spot at the right time and make the right plays. So it's just, I think that athleticism was kind of the only question that I had, and he seemed to be, answering those questions. I think I'm gonna give him a B minus. You know, nothing too crazy. Well, yeah, nothing too crazy, but he played very well.
I think out of everyone here, I'm the highest on Cam Boozer. Just to talk about like some of the things that I've personally seen, I think if Cam Boozer really wants to be like one of those upper echelon guys, I think he has to be able to take advantage of when bigger players are on him, because you're not going to be able to muscle them or body them like you do smaller players. So where's like the mid-range game or in between game that you're going to be able to employ, which I seen some of it. Like he did a step back mid range in like one of the first games where I was like, oh, okay, but that's not. I don't know how consistent that is. But everything else, bro, I'm not trying to glaze. This is like at 6'9", bro. This is almost like this is the build you would make in 2K at 6'9". Like I don't know, bro. This dude to me, I don't know how much better you get other than just adding more athleticism to him. He's probably one of the best passers in the draft. To me, I know y'all don't like his athleticism, but he's one of the best defenders to me. He's a great team defender. He might not be jumping out the gym on people, but he's a great team defender. And I think offensively, you can run through him as a hub on certain instances. I just think he needs like more talent around him, because we know summer league ball, these dudes are trying to get a contract and dudes are taking up shot clock, and it's like, bro, give Boozer the ball and let's get this going.
Yeah.
Me personally, I probably wouldn't give it a B minus. I think I'm at the A range personally, because he displayed everything that I thought he was gonna do, and kind of more, honestly, especially with like the defense. So yeah, I give it a A. I think only one person right now deserves like an A plus, but to me, I give it an A. Boozer has been like great to me, and yeah, he played tonight and he had 21 and 8. So yeah, it's another day at the office for my brother, man.
Yeah, Mark, I'm kind of more in line with you. I like what I'm saying from Boozer, man. Like at first, I wasn't high on Boozer, I admit it, but the more I watched him, the more I studied his game. I mean, he's like the modern day power forward, I guess. I don't want to, call him a big man, but
Yeah.
And I really love his passing ability. That's probably what I love the most about Boozer. He is a good passer. That's why, I feel like he could definitely be an offensive hub as well. I hope they put the ball in his hands a lot. Like, I don't care if he averages 4 turnovers next year, Let him get all those reps on the ball. But one thing I do want to see, I want to see him, look for a shot more. I know,
Yeah.
those other dudes on the field, they trying to get contract, like you said. But so maybe, that's the reason why. But when the season starts, I want him to get his shots up. Because he's a good shooter. He can shoot the mid range, even though he didn't shoot it a lot at Duke. He can definitely shoot the 3. We know he can do that. So honestly, man, I have to give him a B plus, man. I like what I'm seeing from Boozer so far. Man, the Grizzlies got him a good one.
Yeah, just to add it like one more thing. The reason I'm like not too, I do agree with the aggression part. I think he does need to be like more aggressive at certain points. But the first game he played, he had 18 points on 9 shots, 4 or 5 from 3. And then the second game, he has 23 points on 12 shots, and that was against Wilson. Like, this guy is like extremely efficient, bro. I'm pretty sure he was shooting like 62 or 63% in the first 2 games. I don't know what it is now after this one, but like, man, Boozer a dog, bro.
I did some math on some of these next players coming up. Let me reevaluate my grade. We had a miscalculation. We're gonna throw him in the Dybantsa range at B plus.
Yeah, I can see that.
Cause I feel like AJ, I'm going at it in terms of rank, I guess, like individual. I'm kind of ranking more so than grading, I guess. But yeah, I'd put him in that same tier as AJ. But because I mean, there's only one player that I think that played head and shoulders above everybody else. That was the boy in Chicago, also from North Carolina, Caleb Wilson. He came to play. First game, he was letting it fly, letting the threes fly, and letting you know about it. I mean, I didn't know he was gonna shoot that many threes. I didn't know he could shoot that many. I mean, what he had 6 threes. I think they took one back.
7 threes, bro.
Oh, they didn't take it. They didn't take it back. I thought they took one back from. Yeah, I mean 7 3, and that's how many he hit in his whole season in Carolina. So obviously that wasn't something that anybody was expecting. If that's how he's gonna be playing, I think he was. I mean, I don't know how you can say this, but at number 4, he might be the steal of the draft. Like
Yeah.
I mean, that was the only thing we all been saying. I think as a collective, like, yeah, Caleb Wilson's great. His defensive motor and all this and that is great. And if he can get some more offensive creation and shoot the ball, and he'll be, he could be next level. He could be one of the better. He said, I think somebody might have said he could be the best player in the class potentially if everything, everything shakes out. And I think nobody nobody looked at it like
Yeah.
that's crazy to say. And he came out and showed he could shoot the ball and put the ball on the floor. So I mean, I don't want to say A plus because that's hard to come. Don't seem like it gives him room for growth. But I'm throwing an A. He showed me everything and more. His effort defensively was crazy. When he turned that ball over, threw it behind his back. I promise you, I'm like, what is he running so hard for? You know what? He's not going to contest his ball, and he went and blocked it. I was like, oh, my fault.
Yeah.
That's on me. You keep running hard, you keep playing hard. I'm sold on Caleb Wilson. I ain't gonna lie.
So
I was a fan coming into the draft. It was, can he shoot? That's to me, that didn't look fake, right? So you might want to call it magnet ball. Yeah. Is he going to hit 7 threes, whatever he shot, 7 for whatever? No. But can that turn into 3, 2, 3, 4? If he's getting that many shots, yeah. No, I don't think he'll be getting that many shots. So the thing will be, I think this is the hardest part about shooting because obviously you can go to a random gym and throw an NBA guy in there. He can go hit 70% of his shots on the gun or on an open, workout or whatever easily in his sleep almost. But in the game, when you have to, you're not able to take the shots you want. So you have to take a shot that, you might not get another shot or another couple possessions if you're, that far down the pecking order. So I think when he has to pick more spots when he's playing with guys, Josh Giddey's gonna have the ball more. I'm sure Matas is trying to, take that next step. There's gonna be a lot of guys that are trying to score too. So it's just a matter of can he pick his spots and be able to hit shots when they come his way because he won't be he won't be the first option offensively, which he doesn't need to be. But the fact that he showed that maybe not now, but it looks like he could be down the line. That's scary for the league.
I think I might say the most here because I was the lowest. Hey, Wilson, I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta apologize. I was definitely not high on your game. But to give you props, you did show that you are a capable off the dribble 3-point shooter. That's something I didn't expect. And also the game he playing right now, he done already hit a 3. He done took 3 of them. Like the attempts that he's shooting now versus barely attempting at all at UNC. I don't know if that was the coach holding him back. I genuinely don't know.
Shout out Hubie.
But I'm probably not as high on like that shooting display that he gave. Y'all, I definitely think it was magnet ball. But it did give me like some positives like, okay, this guy actually has an off the dribble 3 jumper. Now the thing that I'm not really the highest on is like the offensive process in general. It's like when that shot isn't going, what were you going to like after that? And it's like it's either transition dunks or like it's a pick and roll and you get like an open lane and it's a layup. I don't really see like the in between game, and I'm not really the biggest fan on his passing, but the motor is 100%. That's why at his peak, people were calling him the next KG or the modern KG, which, hey, I can see that. I personally don't believe in 7 threes a game. I don't think nobody up here does, but I think all of us have like grown to see like that off the dribble 3 may be there in the future because it did look good, even though the mechanics to me still look a little. It looked good. So, okay, what you got, Wilson? Oh, I forgot to grade. I give it. I think that's off of that one game. That's an A plus. If that's all I'm judging, that's an A plus to me.
Yeah. Wait, they lost the game, then, so I can't go A plus, but I'll give them an A. I've been a Caleb Wilson believer, and the thing what stood out to me was of course the 3 ball, but that athleticism, man, he would probably be a top tier athlete in the league from day one, and you combine that athleticism plus his effort. Man, you can get about 10, 12 points from maybe from that off alone.
Just off effort alone.
Offensive rebound. Yeah, just playing hard. I hear the Kevin Garnett conversations. I think people should slow down on that. Kevin Garnett, he's like 15-time all defense, led the league in rebounding like 4 times. But I really like Wilson, man. And I don't think he's in that Peterson tier. That Peterson, Peterson Boozer tier, but man, I probably have him, right below him. Not Peterson. AJ and Caleb Wilson. What? No, I'll take that back. I'll have Peterson and Boozer in the tier. Then I go AJ in the next tier. And then I'll put Caleb Wilson and, Mikel Brown maybe in that next tier. So, man, I have to give him
I
an
like
A.
that, K. I like that.
I have to give him an A so far, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing. The jumper looks good, and he said he's shooting like 2,500 shots a day. I mean, it's looking like, that work is coming to fruition. So, man, that's another kid with a bright future in front of him. Seems somebody say that the top 4 guys could have went number 1 and in a different draft. And man, that's been proven right so far, man. I really just like what I'm seeing. Shout out to Caleb Wilson up there in Chicago, man. I had to give him an A off that one game. But I do agree with you, Mark. If that 3-point shot isn't falling, you're gonna need some counters. So we'll see. I think he does have a nice mid-range. He did work in the post a little bit at UNC. So I think he could be a pretty solid all-star player. I don't think he'll be quite MVP level, but I could definitely see a couple all defense and all-star seasons in his future, man. I think he'll probably be I think he'll max out probably around 22 to 25 points per game, which is good. I mean 22, 25, and probably like 10 board. I think
that's an all NBA guy right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he can,
Especially guards.
But I just don't think he'll be quite, MVP level. So yeah, man, I like Caleb Wilson, man. I'll be honest.
I think I might be higher on his ceiling than you are. I think that's like
he can get MVP just the way he plays defense, and
yeah,
I mean, he scores 25 and 10 when he plays defense. He gonna be an MVP talk.
Yeah, I could see like a smaller version of Giannis type for like his like ultimate ceiling
with a jumper, apparently.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't think he's got it. I don't think.
Well, yeah, I don't know if that weight will come in dominance.
I don't think
will come,
put that weight on.
Okay.
I'm for like after you find me a jumper like this, nah, don't.
I thought you was trying to do the Giannis thing again. I was like, bro.
Nah, I mean Giannis out of sight, out of mind. I think next we have who went 5th in the draft. Didn't one of Mark guys go 5th?
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, look, I was gonna say, I was gonna not rapid fire.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because we want to cover. I know we got some guys to talk about.
Yeah, definitely some late lottery guys too, but majority just like the top guys.
But yeah, we had to get that big 4 they shine because we got to get there, K. Don't worry about it. We got plenty of guards to talk about. Plenty. But let's start off with the one that went highest, Keaton Wagler. I mean, real quick for me, I'll give him I'm not even gonna give him a grade, honestly. C. I don't know.
Like, get an I.
Yeah, like he's gonna need a couple years to put the weight on, get stronger. I think his IQ is there. He makes good decisions. He just physically looks like he's underdeveloped. Not in a bad way, but just needs a couple more years to fill out his frame. And
yeah,
I think he'll be a solid player. I mean, he might show flashes this year without, having to have the ball in his hands as much with, the guys they have out there in LA. But yeah, I give him a C+. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't nothing, to be like, top 5 pick.
Yeah, just to go quick. I think that first game was a F. That is literally the thing. That is what you did not want to see from Wagler. All of his flaws came in that game, and then he picked it. And then even like the first half was low-key up from him last game, but he definitely picked it up in the third. So yeah, I give it a D+ at best. As Justin said, he has to get stronger. It seems like he's not able to blow by anybody. So it's going to be just strictly hard jumpers. I don't see him getting to literally one of the first plays he had that first game. I think was it against Peterson or was it against Peterson was last night. It was against it was against Acuff and them. He had Acuff and he threw a behind the back layup. He got fouled, but he threw a behind the back, and I'm like, bro, what? That's not an NBA play. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that looks scary, but yeah, I'm gonna just give it a D+.
Less potential.
Yeah,
D+. What you give him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark. I agree. I wasn't that high on Wagler. I think he could be a solid player, but I don't think he was a top 5 player. I definitely don't think he was the second best guard in the draft. I mean, it's just because his athletic flaws are just too glaring, right? So, but maybe the Clippers look at him as more of a 2 guard because that's what I think he. I think he has to be a 2 guard at this point. He can shoot, so that's the one plus plus. And he has good size, so he should be able to play the 2 in the league. And I mean, if that's just what he is, a solid, I thought it could be like a, Klay Thompson can be like his ceiling, but yeah, he'll probably just be, for his first couple years, man, he'll probably come off the bench. He'll probably
He might start for the Clippers, bro. There ain't no 2 guard. Well, Benedict Mathurin, I guess, but I think they trying to make him a 6-man.
You gonna start that kid? I don't think he's ready for that. I don't think he's ready. But I think he'd be a solid role player, man, because like I said, he had that 3-point shot. So man, but yeah, I have to give you a D for so far, man. But my thing is the reason I give him a D is because I think, he's not playing his position. I think he has to be a 2 guard. So once you slide into the 2, I think he'll look much, much better because he hasn't hit a couple threes. So I mean, I'm happy, he's at least hitting his threes. But yeah, I remember that point on Acuff, bro. Like he couldn't rack Acuff, and that's just not what you want to see.
First game looks scary, bro. We can move on, but I don't want to keep harping on how bad that first game was.
Moving on, another guard. One I was very high on, Mikel Brown. I mean, I'm putting him in the B+ range.
B+?
I think he overperformed, exceeded expectations at least within our chat. I think this is what I've been saying the whole year. I think he just had a rough situation between injury and just having some good solid guards ahead of him. Because Ryan Conwell, who's playing for the Heat, he's playing pretty solid for them right now in summer league. But I forgot who else they had in front of him too. But he's showing what people said he was going to be coming into the college season last year. And I think he's going to continue to do that, continue to grow. A lot of young talent in Brooklyn. I think some people either to sit the bench or get moved because I think it's the Mikel Brown show. Obviously Michael Porter's there. He's going to get the most shots and all that. But and have they signed anybody else?
And Julius Randle, man.
Yeah, Julius are okay. They going to probably shoot the ball the most. But Mikel Brown's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. I think he's going to be able to make plays. I'm excited to see. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it pans out for him. I think he has a bright future.
What grade? Oh, you said a B+?
Me personally, the expectations I had on him, I wasn't really high on Mikel. So for the one game that he did play, I'm gonna go a bit higher than just. I'm gonna just give him an A- simply because my expectations were lower and he exceeded them. That game, it looked good. I think that's like what Mikel is to me, and that's what I've seen throughout the college season. Mikel is either gonna look like a superstar, or is gonna look really bad. And that game, y'all seen that's what Mikel can potentially be, but. At the same time, we did see this from Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole looked like a superstar sometimes.
Jordan Poole is crazy.
But I'm off that with Mikel now. Mikel, he had a great summer league. And hey, who knows? Jordan Poole could have been an all-star if he didn't get punched.
Bro.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Kay.
it is
to his man's.
I didn't want to say at his peak, but yeah, at his best. Poole was a pretty good player. I know,
He was him and Austin Reeves was
him
and Austin Reeves in 2022.
Honestly, bro, I'd say he was better, bro.
He was probably better.
He could get hot, bro.
Jordan Poole.
To him, but
let's not act like
you don't know what happened. I could tell you what happened.
If that really was my favorite player, he was not ready. He wasn't ready.
I'll say he was one of my favorite players. I liked him in high school. Followed him through Michigan. Then obviously when he went to the Warriors, I was lit. They would call him the worst player in the league, whatever, blah blah blah. But bro, I just there was a difference in his willingness to play for the team at that point. And shoot, he got paid, so you know how it goes, Kay.
Man, Jordan Poole was the second best scorer on that team in his peak, bro. Let's not get it twisted, man.
Yeah, I like Mikel Brown games. I like what I've seen so far too. I'd probably give him I'll give him a solid B. I give him a solid B so far. You know, he's showing that shot creation ability, his shot making ability. Yeah, I just feel like I don't know what went wrong at Louisville, but you know, him and the coach just didn't click. I mean, I heard he didn't invite the coach to his draft day, you know, to the green room. So it's like maybe they just didn't see eye to eye. I mean, that happens. But yeah, he looks real good in Brooklyn. And look, I mean, if Mikel Brown could, you know, be a solid 15-point a game guy, Brooklyn, I mean, well, they got rid of Claxton. I don't know who they got at the 5 spot right now.
Day'Ron Sharp. That's it, bro.
Well,
You're nasty, bro.
maybe
Danny Wolf.
Maybe they can fight for a play-in spot. But that other kid, Drake Jackson,
Drake Powell.
Drake Powell.
No, sir. Nah. He's regressed. I mean, and not to make this about him, but you know, I was gonna say they probably could push for a play-in spot because I know they don't have their pick next year. The Rockets have their pick next year, so man, they could probably contend for a play-in spot, man. That's how
Would you want to contend for a playoff spot with these new rules? Because that would give Houston a greater chance at a number one pick.
Good odds, don't it? Yeah, and playing, you get pretty good odds, right?
Yeah, but it's Houston's pick.
Yeah, it is going to Houston.
So if you do that, it's cooked.
I mean, yeah, I think you should try to win, bro. I mean, I don't know, like
they have a good roster around Mikel for sure. I think Mikel
not a bad roster.
I like Mikel and Jaeger as a backcourt tandem.
Yeah,
I like that.
I feel like that's a good fit. But yeah, I give him a solid B, man. So far, so good.
All right, man. Let's get the Darius Acuff, man.
Can I go first, Justin?
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Acuff, I was making bold claims about you. And of course, these are summer league overreactions. So you can get to the league and you can start killing. What I'm trying, every time I watch Acuff, I'm trying to justify some of the actions I've been seeing. But him cluelessly running into double teams and turning the ball over, him giving zero effort on defense. And I think this is like starting to become like a pet peeve of mine. Do y'all know when y'all be watching like these NBA games and these guards that don't play defense try like to do this on ball guarding gimmick, and then once the ball is not in their matchup's hands, they don't try on defense at all. That is Acuff. He will try to like slide his feet on ball. Once the ball is out of his matchup's hand, it's like Acuff is nowhere to be found. You can't hit a shot right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the talent and not around you, but it's like, bro, you gonna be playing for Sacramento. The talent's still not gonna be around you in the league. So it's like,
yeah,
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not really too scared offensively. The turnovers are just mind-boggling, but I'm not scared offensively. The defense is was I thought they was dragging it. He's a bad defender, bro. He's a bad defender, bro.
Might be the worst in the league, bro.
Yeah, and the nonchalant gimmick ain't helping it. Like I remember watching, I'm pretty sure it was last night. They somebody had got a steal and they missed the dunk. It was against AJ and them. Missed the dunk. And he's like jogging back to try to get the rebound, and the dude get like 3 offensive rebounds in a row. And I'm like, I can't keep justifying it. If I had to give it a quick grade though, D+ because the offense is still decent at best. But D+, bro. You on there with Wagler right now, gang.
Yeah, it has been looking bad, man. But the only reason I won't go that far down to D, I'll give him a C- is because, I'm not surprised by the offensive woes. I mean, he is a midget. Well, I probably shouldn't say that word, but he is small. And, for guards, it take a little time, especially the efficiency. So, but the turnovers, yeah, I would like him, to have less turnovers. But I try not to be too hard on the guard because, it's hard as a guard in this league. I mean, especially being undersized. But one thing I will say, if he's not a A-level offensive player, his value is just not where you want it to be. Like it'll
my
be,
point.
Man, it'll be crazy hard trying to build around him because he just doesn't try, and he's young. Like if when you're young, I mean that's the time to try on defense. He just doesn't try on defense. So man, I hope he can be a good player, but man, his ceiling will be capped tremendously if he doesn't try on defense. So you can't have. Look, think about it.
We see players now getting like basically scapegoated right now. Trae Young, Ja Morant, like I don't know if Acuff can even like reach those levels like offensively. So it's like if you're gonna be this bad defensively and you can't even be like a Trae Young level offensive player, it's gonna be hard to succeed in this league, bro.
Yep, bro. Think about his pick and roll partner, bro. Like you get to run a pick and roll. You got Acuff at the POA, and you got Sabonis coming up off the screen, bro. That's man.
And then Zach LaVine help side, bro.
He's just there,
man, bro. That's not a good situation, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna double down that K. Go C minus. There was some bright spots, but overall the turnovers, the lack of a lot, I guess you could say, was just underwhelming for me for Darius Acuff. I was expecting to see some more out of him. I ain't gonna lie. Even though I didn't think it would happen, I was hoping I'd see more. But I guess somebody who showed me a little more than I was expecting to see. Kingston Flemings. He had a solid, and I expected him to be kind of trash, a little bit better than Wagler, but he had some solid plays. Numbers weren't the best, but to me, I think was kind of had some of that AJ Dybantsa to him, where he was like, "Whoa, wait, hold on," where he was like seeing the double teams, seeing the help defense, and getting it off quick. I think he made the right plays and got the ball quick. That's why I'm giving him credit. Maybe his scoring wasn't the best, but I think scoring for somebody like that, he's not like a scorer. So like he can shoot the ball. His shot's gonna start falling. I feel like he uses his quickness, to get to certain spots. Creating. He's a pretty solid passer. I think he's active defensively. I think that obviously that comes from the Houston. You can't go there and not play defense. I think size. He had to put some more size on, obviously, but I think they're rookies. So, but yeah, I think I give him a C plus. Nothing crazy, but better than some of these other players for sure.
Yeah, I would give him a C plus as well. I like my player comp for him coming out was like at the peak version is like a Mike Conley, a guy that will do everything right on the basketball floor. He may not be like the number one go-to option, but he's gonna do everything right. He's a good defender, can pass the ball, and the scoring's not there yet, but I definitely think it'll come. Defensively, the backcourt with him and Dyson Daniels will be nasty, and the offense will also be nasty. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But I would give it a C plus. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna go a step above that C plus. I'm gonna give him a B. And I know his scoring number not flashy, but what stood out to me was the turnovers. I think he has like a couple, like 4 turnovers in 4 games, something like that. So, and I was just talking about how the guards turn the ball over. It's not that big of a deal, but him taking care of the ball the way he is, I have to give him a high marks for that. So I definitely give him a B because I feel like the scoring will come with being surrounded by more offensive threats. Like, you get out there on the court with Alexander Walker and Jalen Johnson. That'll help him out a little bit. Well, a lot more in my book. But I don't know if you want to put him out there with Dyson Daniels. I don't think that'll be pretty to watch. But yeah, I think he'll be a solid player. I don't really see all-star. I mean, maybe he can make an all-defense or two, but yeah, I think I'll give him a solid B, man. I like him taking care of the ball already. He run the show. He's doing his job. He take care of the ball. So I gotta credit him for that, man.
I could see a sneaky all-star, like a Kyle Korver all-star. I could see one.
All right, now let's get to those are the the highly touted players of the draft class. I think from now that was going through. I guess there's a couple next we can kind of
A-Day Mara.
Let's go through the good ones. Let's go through the good ones first.
We can go through some good ones first.
And then negatives.
I think Brayden Burries played well. I think he showed some bright spots. I think Brayden Burries is going to be a great pro combo guard. Anybody else got anything else to add to that?
Amazing, man. I wouldn't. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, other than DP, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the best guard in this draft. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, he is a pretty good player, man. I didn't really get to see it as much, because Arizona had a pretty good team. But yeah, man, he's looking pretty good, man. I'd say Milwaukee, they might have found their next generation. I mean, this kid, he can really play. He can shoot it. He can shoot the mid range as well. So man, I'm liking it. What I'm seeing so far, I definitely give him. I give you an A minus, man.
Yeah. I'm right with it, A minus.
Yeah, me too. Another guy I think played well. My guy, I guess now I'm starting to like him some more. The Axel Lindenberg played well for the Golden State Warriors. I think he's somebody that plug and play right away. Maybe not the most impactful immediately, but definitely somebody that can play right away, get good rotational minutes at the bare minimum.
Yeah, Yaxel look great. If that 3-point shooting is like that, bro. Which I'm not. I can't say magnet ball for Wilson and not say it for Yaxel. But if that 3-point shot looks a little bit how it is, bro, he's gonna be good, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, the biggest knock on Yax was his age. Where he'll be 24 when the season starts. So if you're 24, you have to be able to step in and be ready, man. And that's what he's supposed to do. That he'll be ready to step in, play next to Draymond Green. So yeah, man, I'll give Yaxel a solid B. I think he can be a pretty good player. I don't see All-Star in his future, but man, he can be a pretty good player, man. Like, in this day and age, role players matter more than ever. So a guy like Yaxel, he can hit a couple threes, he can play defense. So man, I think Yaxel, he'll be a pretty good player, man.
Can you say that? It wouldn't surprise me if he got good enough. He'd have to get really good. Probably be scratching the ceiling for sure. If he got an All-Star, especially via fan vote, I think he's well liked. The kids loved him.
Yeah,
So
I
if
can
he if
see
he's
that.
in that ballpark, he's relatively close at all. He'll get that nod, especially playing in Golden State
Yeah.
market. Moving along, his teammate we'll stay positive. Sorry, Dalen Smith. Oh, you said positive. My fault.
He's trolling me right now, bro.
Abuka Corey, he has some flashes. I mean, I think his ballpark is backup point guard.
For now, I think he can definitely spot his
No,
wings.
that's gonna be his ceiling.
His ceiling?
Maybe not number one point guard, number one option point guard. No, I don't think he'll ever be that.
This is gonna be a take, and then we can move on like quick after this. I promise. I think a lot of people would be higher on Abuka Corey.
Don't say it, bro.
Yeah, the
I'm
aura is terrible. The aura is terrible.
Yeah, he doesn't have the best aura, but if he had better aura, I think he probably would have went like top 10. Like Abuka Corey's like really good. I ain't gonna lie. Like he's really good at basketball. But it's KU got it, bro.
Yeah, I mean he can be a really good player. I think he'll be exactly what they need, man. Because
they need that.
They need somebody who can handle the ball when he's on the bench or when he needs a break. So yeah, man, I like this kid. This kid, he been showing me a lot, man. I had to put him up there at that B+ range. I like what I'm seeing from this guy.
B+ for sure, bro.
Immediately, bro. I know he got negative aura, but that's all right, bro. Hey, you start hitting a couple of big shots in these big games, man. That's
they not gonna care about that, bro.
Yeah,
they not gonna care about that.
I guess we move on next. I think the next player that was good, LeBaron Fallon. Mark, thoughts?
I think the people are just like overlooking the shooting efficiency, but it's fine. It's fine.
Says the 8. Okay.
No. I just landed
Looks
a card.
good, bro.
But Fallon, Fallon definitely, he looked good. Like he looked extremely confident in something that's opposite to Acuff. It looked like he actually gave a damn on the basketball floor. Fallon to me that was a B to B+. I do think he's still I think maybe that first year at Bama was just an outlier year. That that defense ain't really hitting on nothing for real. But offensively, we know who Fallon is. We seen him all year last year. We know who he is. I'm just surprised he got taken that low. That's a steal, honestly. I just hope Philly is able to give minutes to him because they just signed Simons. They got Maxey and VJ. I don't know where he would play in that, but hopefully he gets some time. Fallon was good though. B+, maybe even A-, honestly.
Yeah, I'll probably give him a solid B. The reason I go B because the efficiency, it's not terrible, I would say, but it's not efficient. He's not shooting efficient right now, but from what I'm seeing, of course he'll gradually improve, with the experience. So man, I think Fallon, I don't know what his ceiling could be, but he's gonna be in the league a long time. He'll at least be a Jordan Clarkson type of guy. I think he'll have his floor is like a Jordan Clarkson, I feel like.
Yeah, I think his floor is definitely like a off the bench spark plug for sure. Like that's his floor. I think Fallon should be able to stick in the league for a while.
Yeah, I agree.
Moving along, I'm just I guess that's enough of the positive people, necessarily. Well, I'll just ring off some people. Terrence Reed Jr. from on the Spurs. He played well. I think I don't know if he's hurt or not, but I already saw him in street clothes. He's shut
Prime
down.
time G League player right there, man.
Yeah, he played very well, but his competition, the size out there, I mean, that's what he should have done. He did what he's supposed to do. It wasn't as dominant as it seemed with the numbers because he was by far the biggest thing on the court. I think Chris Knight was playing pretty well.
Yeah, he's showing a lot of energy.
Cameron Carr, you said, Mark, he's been hooping.
I can't forget our boy Malik Thomas. Malik Thomas.
Hold on, we getting there. We getting there.
Yeah, let me not.
I was gonna say him for last. I said Cameron Carr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, you say yeah, okay. Cole Pete.
Cole
said he
Pete
was
has
playing
been
well.
good. Morez Johnson, that first game, dog, he looked like a top. He looked like a top 5 pick. How good he was playing, man. He was playing amazing. Trying to think of other names.
I'm gonna let you know. Second round guys that I remember: Nick Martellini in New York. He played well. Henry Visar from North Carolina and playing for the Clippers. He did all right. Howard Nickel also in New York. He played well.
No, yeah, oh yeah, he did play well.
He played well.
Yeah.
Felix Akpara, whatever, in Washington. He showed some flashes. Probably gonna get signed if he hasn't already signed. Manuel Sharp shot the ball well for Sacramento.
Am I
he
trolling?
He guarded well. He had what's called in a box Wagler.
Did Zuby Ejiofor play good as well?
He might have. I don't recall. Jacoby Gillespie showed. I mean, he played some good minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Braden Smith, he didn't look too good against Fowler. I mean, he showed some flashes, but undersized guard. He kind of undersized and athletic guard. It kind of showed.
He got 8. He got 8 live.
And now the last pick of the second round I want to talk about, Malik Thomas. Hey, he's going crazy. Probably he still might be hot right now as we speak, just finishing that game. He had 33 3/4, you said, Mark?
Yeah, he finished with 35. They were blowing him out.
Yeah. And I think I said on our video, he was crazy for coming out. And based on his draft position, I still stand by that statement. But clearly he was ready to come to the NBA.
Yeah.
If you can score like this, I guess it ain't no point in you staying in college. If you can, there was times where he was hunting shots and he wasn't trying to pass. I mean, he was gunning for sure, but you got to shoot the ball for it to go in. But yeah, he played exceptionally well, especially for his draft position.
Yeah, I feel like Cleveland probably just isn't the team for him. I wish like a playoff team that needed like a scoring punch really got Malik. Like if Houston was able to like snag like a Malik Thomas, that would have been perfect. I was always high on Malik. I think not just like basketball wise. I've seen like what he's done like off the court. He seems like a gym guy. Like he's always in the gym, which I just love to see. But yeah, Malik Thomas, he's a dog. Like I think my comp for him was like just like I wouldn't say a supercharged because he doesn't have the athleticism, but like more of a J.R. Smith when he gets hot. It's like, man, you cannot stop this guy when he gets hot. But
bad shot taker too.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is up there with Wilson to me. Like this is an A+ summer league for him.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get no better than that.
I'm not mad at that. All right, let's talk about some people that are maybe underwhelming. I think we can go. We can. It's not really underwhelming, I guess. For me, I want to target that Morez Johnson pick just because it seems like obviously he can react. I mean, with him being a coach from Michigan, it seemed like he missed. I guess he had 2 good options and chose the third one that wasn't. Not to say Morez Johnson isn't going to be a good player in the NBA. It just to me it seemed like he chose the worst one out of the 3 that went in that 4-pick range.
Well, he better than
It's early to say that.
Nah, I just me personally, I disagree.
I think 8A will be better than NBA, and I think he'll develop into.
Yeah, I think he'll probably be better than the NBA. But if we're just judging off of summer league, that game Morez had was like utter dominance.
Yeah, summer league.
Yeah, but if we're just talking about like what we think of him, I think I would have like Morez and Yaxel in the same tier, and I always was like lower on Mara. In my opinion, like I was never high on Mara. I think you might be. I think you might be sleeping on Morez. Morez is a monster defensively, and then he can stretch the floor too. That's just like the perfect like 4 or 5 guy. But we'll just see when they get in the league. I think Morez played good summer league wise, but I can see why you could potentially be lower on the pick. I can see why.
Next up, Nate Ament. Not to say he was terrible, but I wanted to see more. Need to see. I thought we should have seen more out of him.
Project.
He got a dunk. I think that was his first points. It was a dunk, ironically. But I mean, y'all much. I'm not gonna write them all, but definitely need to see more from him.
Yeah,
he's
Nate.
a project.
Yeah, he's for sure a project. I really I wanna love Nate, bro. Like I do, but it's like this might not be it, bro.
Dalen Swain. They don't bring him because Mark had a lot to say about him.
I'm not. This is probably the guy I was high on that I'm not particularly too worried about, simply because they have this guy playing point guard. Like I'm not really. He's playing like super out of position right now. He has to create for everyone else. My thing for Dalen Swain was he was an extremely talented scorer and he was extremely efficient at getting to the rim. Not playmaking and passing for others. That's not something that he excels at. But I think once he gets in the system with Josh Giddey, Mata's shit, he's already in there with Wilson. That's gonna be just running gun central, and Swain will be able to get his easily. I just think Summer League right now. He's just playing like a position that's not suited for him.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna. I don't have much to say about the other guys. Anybody else? Anybody at this point under? I can't say they underperform.
Did we talk about Marlon? Are we just?
Oh, we can get on Mara.
I know Katie don't like Marlon.
I feel like
all,
I don't feel like the summer league is a big man's place, especially a big man like that, where speed of the game is
Yeah, Wimpy wasn't that good in summer league.
Yeah, because that's not real bad. Like, it got to a point where, to me, I was watching and I was like, this is not real. In all the games, I was like, it's not real basketball. People just run up and down, getting possessions and trying to get a contract. And I'm not mad at it, but it was definitely a time where I was like, this is not going.
He does. Mara does look a little clumsy on the floor, but I guess all big guys look like that. I think he's just a little bit more glaring.
Then he get hit in the head with the ball, bro.
Come on, man. That's not crazy to happen.
You seen that before, Mark?
Bro, that's 17 awareness, bro. Come on, bro.
17 awareness.
They drafted this kid.
So to be fair, he is before Henry Visar at 52, and then another one right after him. Those are the only 3 centers, like labeled centers, in the draft. Everybody else is a forward.
Yeah, this center. Well, Quaintance. What is Quaintance? They label him as a forward, I guess. Yeah, Mara, like,
I think center is just code word for tall and can't move at this point. Like, not can't move, but tall and not mobile.
Yeah,
because everybody else, like Quaintance, I thought he was a center up until looking at this right now.
Yeah, even Sanak, like Sanak playing the 4. I don't know.
Yeah, Marez Johnson. Oh wait, no, I'm lying. My fault. Terrence Reed was listed as center.
Yeah,
he's a center.
I think you get labeled the center thing if you're not if you're not versatile at all, they'll just probably like slap the center mark on you. I'm just I do agree with Justin. He will. There's no possible way he's not better in the NBA when it's actually like structured basketball. But at the same time, it's like, what other than like him protecting the rim because he's a big body, what does he really do well? The only thing he does well offensively is like he can pass for sure.
Yeah,
but
he can pass.
He to be his size, he's not that good of a finisher. He doesn't have a post move that he can consistently go to. I'm just not.
Okay.
I think he'll probably just be like a worse Zach Edey, I guess. I'm just not. At least Zach Edey got some type of post move to memory. Amara is just,
he's just tall, bro.
Yeah. But hey, we'll see. OKC, I don't know when the last time they made like a bad draft pick, so you got to be decent.
Well, they've been, bro, these last couple of drafts, I mean, after J-Dub, you got that Jovovich dude, you got Sorber, Bennett, Sturts, and Mara, bro. These dudes, are they going to be in the rotation next year?
I think Mara will. I think
which guy got hurt?
Yeah, but
Sorber hurt, and then
Topic,
nut cancer.
You got like cancer or some shit, don't it?
Yeah. Cancer the nuts.
Man, that's another subject, but bro, they have done nothing with these. Outside of J-Dub, bro, Sam Presti is on he's on a cold spell, man. Looking
good. I think that's something like people just fail to realize, like, yeah, they have all of these picks, but at some point you gotta do something with them.
You gotta hit or give them away, bro.
But you can't hit if they're not playing though. So it's like
that's why you gotta hit, bro. You drafting and stashing people, bro. You gotta come on with it, bro. With these 3 max contracts kicking in starting next year, bro, you on the clock, bro.
Re-signing Lou Dort too.
Some guys that did not get drafted that played well that I remember. Nick Boyd was solid. Graham EK was solid. Trey Donaldson was solid.
I'm trying to remember
Trim was solid.
Undrafted guys.
Isaac McNeely, I think I remember him making a couple plays.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Liam's brother or am I trolling?
That's all I remember, making plays at least.
Yeah, some league has been.
Jalen Sellers played well too.
Oh, Chicago. I love it,
yeah.
man.
But that's it as far as summer league, overreactions, reactions, whatever you want to call it. We'll see how it pans out a couple months from now when the season gets started. And then we'll come back a year from now and see how, what we talking about, all rookie team, all NBA or not all NBA. Well,
come on, Acuff. Come on, bro.
All right, yeah. Hey, so y'all have a good one. Acuff is not making an all NBA team this year.
That's not what.
Take that to the bank. That's not what you're saying. Okay, I thought it was you on. Well, anywho, y'all be smooth. And I guess we'll catch y'all either, I don't know, couple days, a week, or whenever Bron makes his decision.
Yep. Come on, Bron.
Whatever comes first. Yeah, y'all be smooth.